In FIFA 21, Richarlison was 81 overall with 87 potential. Fast forward 4 years later and he is still 81 overall, however with just 82 potential. Today we save Richarlison's career. I think in order to save Richarlison's career we need to go to the wheel, so we need to see what league he's going to play in. And it's looking like he's going to Ligue 1. Question is, what team is it going to be? We have got the top 6 from Ligue 1 here, and it's looking like it's going to be Lyon. I like that move, to be fair. So that, of course, means Season 1 starts off with Richarlison moving to Lyon. Here he is, of course, starting off an 81 overall at 27 years of age. We definitely need to improve that rating if we want to save Richarlison's career. And, of course, to do that, we need to get some training in for him. Starting off Richarlison's Ligue 1 career with Lyon, and we are facing Stade Rennais, and it was almost instant impact for him as he did get down the wing, whipping it into Orban. However, it was straight at the keeper. However, later in the game, Richarlison did find acres of space on the wing, which he did run into. He could have took it himself, but he did pass inside to get an assist for Gift Orban. That, of course, meant we did draw the game at 1-1. Richarlison kind of saving the day with the assist, and he does walk away with a nice 8.2 rating out of 10. Second game of the season, and we are still being used as a substitute. However, we do face Monaco. There was only one goal in it, and it was coming from Richarlison himself. He managed to pick the ball up, turning his man perfectly, and managed to slot it into the far corner to, of course, give us a 1-0 victory over Monaco. And Richarlison walks away with a solid 7.8 rating. Moving into the third game of the season, and somehow we're still not into the first 11. We are still being used as a substitute. And again, there was only one goal in it, and it did come from the main man himself. Again, Richarlison, this time from the penalty spot, where he did manage to put it into the top bins to, of course, make it 1-0. And that, of course, gave us a nice little 1-0 win over Strasbourg. It was just the one penalty goal for Richarlison, so he only walked away with a 7.6 this game. Fourth game into the season, and Richarlison is still somehow not into the starting 11, even though he has played pretty damn good the start of the season. Although Richarlison this game was there to prove a point, we did manage to go 1-0 down almost straight away, though, with an unbelievable goal from them. Although Richarlison did answer back with a nice little touch here, and he turned his two defenders brilliantly to, of course, bang it into that far post yet again to make it 1-1. He did have another chance with a nice ball from Tagliafico, which he did again manage to put past the keeper to make it 2-1. And Richarlison did manage to complete a hat-trick. It was a nice header from Mbeumo straight to Richarlison, and he couldn't have had it easier, as he did manage to score his third of the game to, of course, give Olympique Lyon a lovely 3-1 win. And Richarlison walks away with a ridiculous 9.7 rating this game, and that was finally enough for him to prove himself, to get himself into the starting 11. His first full 90 minutes for Lyon was up against Marseille, and it was a pretty good game for Richarlison. He did get robbed of an assist from Zaha, although later on Zaha did manage to make up for himself as Richarlison did slot him through, and this time he did manage to put it into the bottom corner to make it 1-0 for Olympique Lyon. Although later on, he did manage to get a penalty, which he did put past the keeper to equalise the game at 1-1, and that was all she wrote, as the game did end 1-1. And I'm not going to lie, Richarlison got robbed that game of an assist from Zaha, and he did finish on an 8.1 rating. It definitely could have been higher. 5 games into the season, and Lyon are currently sat in 4th place, winning 3 and drawing 2, yet to lose a game. And Richarlison has had an insane start, as at the minute he is walking away with 6 goals and 2 assists in just 8 games for Lyon. That means Richarlison also picks up the player of the month in literally his first month. Halfway through the season, and Olympique Lyon have pushed up even further in the league, currently sat in 2nd place, although they are 8 points behind leaders, of course, PSG. The Europa League is also going pretty good, as we are currently sat in 8th place, and of course we are still in the round 32 of the Coupe de France. Richarlison, though, has already improved on his overall, of course still 27 years of age, but he is now up to an 83 overall, and he has definitely been getting involved this season, as he is walking away with 14 goals and 3 assists in 24 games. What a start to life this is for Richarlison in France. Moving on, though, and we are into the round of 32 of the Coupe de France, where we face Marseille, and we do manage to get a nice 2-0 victory over them. Into the round of 16 of the Coupe de France, as we face Stade Rennais, and we walk away with a nice 3-0 victory over them. Into the quarter-final, as we face Clermont-Foot, and we do just about go through. Richarlison scores early, but it's Maitland-Niles that scores the winner in this game. Moving into the Europa League, though, as we are into the round of number 16. And we start off well with a nice 2-0 win in the first leg. Although at home we completely obliterate them 4-1. Moving back into the Coupe de France though, as we are into the semi-finals. And we are into the final as we completely obliterate Amiens 4-0. Back into Europa League action though, as we are into the quarter-final up against Slavia Prague. The first game though is just a boring 0-0 at home. We do find ourselves going through though, as we did manage to beat them 1-0 away from home. A goal coming early from Mbeumo. Into the semi-finals of the Europa League as we have a hard game up against Roma. We fight well in the first leg though, as it is a nice 2-2 draw. The second leg though does not go as well as planned. It was an unbelievable game, but we did manage to get knocked out, losing 6-5 on aggregate. We have our first final of the episode though, as we do face PSG in the Coupe de France final. Hopefully we can start this episode off strong, winning it. It's a big game for Richarlison. Can he keep the trend going of players winning trophies when they leave Tottenham? Tagliafico passes through to Wilfried Zaha. He's got loads of space here, to be fair. Into Richarlison. Oh, he just can't get past his man. Oh no, what have I done there? Oh, that was so bad. And Ramos finishes it. Oh, that was such a bad mistake. PSG lead 1-0. Richarlison finds Mbeumo down this wing. He's got loads of space if he can utilise it. He's got Richarlison in the middle as well. He's going to use it. Richarlison goes for goal. And that is a nice goal from him, to be fair. Equalising at 1-1. We definitely needed that. Ousmane Dembélé. Oh, my word. He's completely skinned us there. Passes inside. Goes for goal. And Gonzalo Ramos scores another one. We're making it too easy for them at the minute. Zaha. Oh, that is unbelievable. Wilfried Zaha is completely done. Hakimi whips inside. Richarlison heads it. Oh, he's offside. No way. Ramos through to Dembele. What a ball that is. Ousmane Dembele is through on goal. And in the 49th minute, he makes it 3-1 for PSG. It's not looking like it's our day today. Zaha has got past his man well there. Wilfried Zaha passes inside. Inside again to Richarlison. He gets past his man. Goes for goal. What a save. Throws out through to Richarlison. He's trying to use his pace, he just can't utilise it there. 91st minute, the game is over, but PSG have got another attack. Dembele is through, and there we go. Just to finish us off in the 92nd minute, Ousmane Dembele makes it 4-1. And there we go, of course, game over, and we have been completely obliterated in this final by PSG. 4-1. So, of course, end of the season, and we have finished second in Ligue 1, of course, finishing behind PSG. There is, of course, no surprise there, but we will definitely take second place. And of course we did get knocked out in the semi-final of the Europa League to Roma. Richarlison though has had an unbelievable season of growth. He is now up to an 86 overall at 28 years of age. He is definitely improving very, very quick, and his stats are looking pretty good. And he has also had a very, very good season stats wise. 35 goals and 9 assists in 56 games is pretty insane for Richarlison. Admittedly it is in Ligue 1, but still, credit where credit is due. And Richarlison only just missed out on the golden boot this season. Richarlison has had a very tasty offer from Juventus. We were going to stay at Lyon with him, however after losing that final 4-1, I think we definitely have to move. So of course season 2 starts off with Richarlison moving to Juventus. And Richarlison started the season off playing Inter Milan. However, it did not go the best for him. He did get a very good chance, but it was saved by the keeper. Later on he did make a very good chance for himself, dribbling past loads of defenders, but he just missed the target. And Inter Milan made the most of us missing our chances, as they did manage to score from a free kick. It was Bissek who did make it 1-0 to Inter Milan. And unfortunately that was it for Richarlison's first game at Juventus, as we did pick up a 1-0 loss. 4 games into the season and Juventus are currently sat in 5th place, having won 3 and lost 1. And Richarlison has not really found his place at Juventus yet, as he has only got 1 goal and 1 assist in 7 games. Halfway through the season and Juventus are currently set in 2nd place, only 5 points behind leaders Inter Milan. The Champions League though is going very well, as we are sat in 1st place, having not lost a game yet. We are of course into the semi-finals of the Super Cup, where we face Inter Milan. Richarlison though is now up to an 88 overall, and his stats are starting to look pretty insane, and he has now of course surpassed his 87 potential that he did have in FIFA 21. And it seems he has finally found his way, as he has now got 12 goals and 2 assists assists in 27 games, a much better improvement than he did have at the start of the season. Moving on though, and of course we are into the semi-finals of the Super Cup up against Inter Milan. Unfortunately, it has not gone our way though, as we lost 1-0 with Nicholas Jackson scoring a goal. Forgetting that result though, and we are moving into the round of 16 of the Coppa Italia, and we prove a point this time as we smashed them 3-0. Into the quarter-final as we face AS Roma, and it's a very close game, but we do manage to go through 2-1 with Richarlison scoring the winner. Into the Champions League though now, and we face Manchester United in the round of 16, and we get a very good result as we manage to beat them 2-0. And the reverse fixture was just a boring 0-0 draw, but it doesn't matter, we will take it. Into the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia as we face AC Milan. Unfortunately though, it does not go very well as we lose the first leg 2-1. We tried our best in the second leg though, but it did not matter as we did lose 4-3 on aggregate. Back into the Champions League though, and we are into the quarter-final where we face Sporting. We do only draw the first leg though, 1-1. And in the reverse leg we get completely obliterated by Sporting, losing 3-1. Ending the season, and Juventus have finished in second place, completely getting blown away by leaders Inter Milan in the end. But thankfully, of course, we did walk away with Champions League football again for next season. Of course, though, we did get knocked out in the semi-finals of the Super Cup to Inter Milan, getting knocked out of the Coppa Italia to AC Milan, losing 4-3, and of course, getting knocked out of the Champions League very early on in the quarter-finals to Sporting. Richarlison, though, with a very good season of growth as he is now up to a 90 overall at 29 years of age, definitely surpassing his potential, and he is looking pretty nuts. And after a rough start, it was overall a very good season for Richarlison as he finished on 28 goals and 10 assists in 58 games. And again, he is only one goal away from winning the Golden Boot. He's just getting very unlucky. We have no offers, but I am very happy to stay at Juventus this season with Richarlison. So that of course means season 3 starts off with Richarlison staying at Juventus. And we kickstarted this season off much better as we did face AC Milan at home. We started off very strong, Richarlison getting a run through on goal, which he did manage to slot past the keeper to of course make it 1-0 early on for Juventus. He also had a penalty later on, which he did again manage to put past the keeper to get himself a brace in the first game of the season. And of course we did end up winning the game 2-0 with a masterclass from Richarlison. Halfway through the season, and Juventus are currently sat in first place, 2 points ahead of second place AC Milan, and currently undefeated at the moment. The Champions League though is going even better than last season as we are sat in first place, winning 6 out of 6. Of course we are into the semi-finals of the Super Cup. This time we face AC Milan, and Richarlison just keeps getting better and better as he is now up to a 91 overall, and his goal contributions speak for themselves. 25 goals and 9 assists in just 27 games is just ridiculous for any player, let alone Richarlison. Moving on though, of course we are into the semi-final of the Super Cup up against AC Milan. This time we managed to get into the final as we beat them 2-1, and in the final, of course, we come up against none other than Inter Milan. Although this game was Nick Pope's masterclass as he did start off saving a penalty. Richarlison, though, got a penalty himself, which he did manage to finish. And then he did, of course, proceed to rub it into the keeper's face, although he did give us a 1-0 lead over Inter Milan. And later on again, Nick Pope was the saviour as it was another save from Gyökeres, and he did end up clearing it away. And that meant we did win our first trophy for Richarlison, and it is the Super Cup. Talking of trophies, if any of you guys would want one of these bad boys next to your name in the comments, just click the join button below. Into the round of 16 of the Coppa Italia, and we do pick up a nice 1-0 win, Richarlison scoring again. Into the quarter-finals of the Coppa Italia, we were actually suspended for this game, but thankfully we did go through, winning 3-2 on penalties. Into the round of 16 of the Champions League, and we did come up against Richarlison's former team in Tottenham, and we did pick up a nice 2-0 win over them, and the reverse fixture went just as well as we beat them again 2-0. Into the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia, and they gave us a tough game as we drew the first game 1-1. The reverse fixture though, completely different story. We completely obliterated them 3-0. Into the quarter-finals of the Champions League, and we face AC Milan. We start off well, beating them 1-0. Of course, Richarlison scoring yet again. The reverse leg, we completely obliterate them 2-0. Into the semi-finals of the Champions League, and we have a tough game as we face PSG, and it proved to be that as the first game ended 2-2, Richarlison scoring early. Away from home though, and we completely changed the story as we obliterated them them 3-0 as we are into the final of the Champions League. First up though, we have the final of the Coppa Italia as we face AC Milan. There was only one goal in it though, and it was from a solo run from Richarlison, which he did just dink past the keeper very easily to of course give us a 1-0 win over AC Milan. That of course means we pick up our second trophy of the season, and it's Richarlison's second too. Of course the end of the season has hit though, and we have also walked away with the Serie A, which means trophy number 3 for Richarlison, and it was a convincing one as we won by 10 points. We of course also won the Super Cup, beating Inter Milan 1-0, and of course picking up the Coppa Italia, beating AC Milan 1-0. Although, can we make it the quadruple as we come up against Barcelona in the Champions League final? Konate could be starting off strong here. That is good defending though. Never mind, he's got it back, but there we go. Good defending again. Sane going to try and use his pace. Never mind. That was disgusting from Robertson. Surely he's going to be off for that. That was filthy. He has actually been sent off. That could be very good for us. Try and utilise this wing. Now Robertson isn't here. It's just going to happen all day. Sane is through. He's going to try and take it himself. He just can't score. Smith through to Sane again. This space up this wing is just ridiculous. Sane's going to whip it into Richarlison. It just can't get to the header. Cross-stitch low. Going to go for goal. Good save. Nice. What a ball that is to Richarlison. Richarlison gets past Arejo eventually, and he does manage to slot it home this time to start the scoring off at 1-0 for Juventus. Oh, Richarlison could be through again. Arejo, though, has got the pace on him, but it does not matter. Richarlison picks it up. Yet again, Richarlison could be through. Goes for goal. What a save. We get it back, though. And Richarlison getting very, very lucky there. But it does not matter. He picks up a brace, and he makes it 2-0 for Juventus. Half-time, and it has been a very good start for Juventus as we currently lead 2-0. Oh, Barca could be through here with Konate. Awful pass, though. Could be through again, but our defenders have been all over them this game. Nice bit of play here. Passes back to Kostic. He's going to take it first time into Richarlison. What a ball that is. And Richarlison with an easy header into that corner to give himself a hat-trick in the Champions League final. Surely that is going to be game over. And there we go. It is game over. And we do manage to beat Barcelona 3-0 with a hat-trick coming from Richarlison. That, of course, completes the quadruple this season. And it is trophy number 4 for Richarlison. Richarlison ending season 3 coming in at a ridiculous 93 overall, and his stats are looking insane. He's looking very like prime R9 right now. And what a ridiculous season it has been for Richarlison. 48 goals and 14 assists in 61 games is just completely next level for him. Is it enough to win the Ballon d'Or? That is the question. He has, though, finally won the Golden Boot as he has got 31 goals in the season. Ballon d'Or time, though, and have we done the impossible by winning the Ballon d'Or with Richarlison? And we have. There we go. I don't know how we've done it, but Richarlison has walked away with the Ballon d'Or after an insane season with Juventus, winning the Champions League and winning the quadruple with them. I would say Richarlison's career has been well and truly saved.